What's up, Mutantville? Happy Monday morning to you. Just getting a little bass practice here for my cover band project that you just saw a little clip from. First show for that's going to be March the 3rd out in New London. More details to follow on that. Putting in quite a bit of behind-the-scenes practice before I get to band practice because I'm a guitar player. So when I'm put into a situation where I'm required to play another instrument that doesn't come as naturally to me, I try to have that covered. You know, bass players, as my bandmate said, are from a different planet, and it's true. Pretty cool weekend this weekend. I had to, of course, look after my wife with her injury, but and wasn't able to make it out to Nevermore, but I did manage to produce the final version of the Tales from Mutantville poster, which you can see right here. Ching. Okay. Also, yesterday I was able to go out with my son and check out Ghost Rider Vengeance. I know there's a lot of controversy around this this version because apparently the creator of Ghost Rider got the shaft. You know, it happens. That don't confront me as far as I'm concerned. It sucks, and I'm sorry that's happened to him, but you know, it's like if you're a homophobe and you don't want to listen to Elton John, I mean, what are you really doing? You're just knocking yourself out of some of the greatest pop music ever to be invented because of some personal feelings about the artist. I mean, it's ridiculous. I know a lot of people get really angry about this whole issue. And they're like, oh, boycott Ghost Rider. Well, you know what? Screw that. I enjoyed the first Ghost Rider. I'm going to see the second Ghost Rider. It's as simple as that. You know, it's just how it is. And I'm glad I did, because this version of Ghost Rider actually was a bit darker. The effects kind of made an evolution as far as the look of the main character, Johnny Blaze, when he's in Ghost Rider form. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was dark. I thought the music was exceptional. The casting was very good. If I have one complaint about it, it's that the protagonist, well, not the main protagonist, but the sort of the foot soldiers of the devil, in this film weren't quite as impressive as they were in the last film. You had some crazy priest. You had one human, resurrected human turned demon, zombie, if you will, with the power of decay, and it was cool, but it looked altogether too much like the Wraith from Stargate Atlantis, and had a real similar power too. So yeah, I was like, that could have been better. On the other hand, in the first film, the bad guys were almost too powerful. So I don't know. This worked for me. Good performances all around. Nicolas Cage was very funny in this film, a lot funnier than in the first film. It was a natural evolution for the character after he's been living with his demon for a while. Also managed to provide some deeper backstory for the demon that possesses Johnny Blaze, you know, to be the Ghost Rider. So that was very cool. Anyway, I enjoyed it. It was a good film. Glad I saw it. If you're into that sort of thing, superhero films, you know, you're probably going to like this film, regardless of whether the guy that created it got paid or not. Again, that's a shitty situation, but yeah, I'm not sorry that I saw the film. It's pretty good. Okay, so on to Metatron news. What is there? Well, Dr. Savini, Todd A. Britt, has started working on MySculpt for the juggler skin mask, if you will, and I've also got the concept art back from David North, which I'm going to share with you right here. Looks good. I don't see the final version looking exactly like that, but still it's always good to have a visual place to start from, and of course I had started this prior to seeing that, but still I'm going to incorporate. What I really like about the concept art is the asymmetrical nature of it, sort of chaotic. I don't see ours being stitched together because that to me visually just looks too much like Leatherface. If you bring those stitches in, it's just Leatherface, and I don't want to be biting too hard on an icon of horror because, you know, horror fans are bitches, man. They love to look for something to hate you for. So I'm not going to just like pitch them a softball by copying the Leatherface skin mask. No, hell no. Plus ours will have more pronounced you know, runes and whatnot carved into it, which you can barely see in the concept art. But still, I appreciate David North doing that, and I think it looks really good. And especially the full body version, because it kind of gives you an idea of what the cat's going to be dressed like and all that. But Yeah, it's looking pretty good. So Todd is doing some work on that now as his schedule is freed up a little bit, and we're also going to be preparing for the active production of the very first episode of Mutish's Movie Morgue, which is going to be March 31st. So I'm excited about that. Between those two things, practicing for the band, getting ready. We're doing 2 practices a week now, and my little personal practices I'm trying to do every day. So, because we're trying to lock down probably 50 songs for the first show. So yeah, that's a lot of stuff. Some of them I knew, a lot of them I didn't know at all. So it's a challenge to remember that many. On bass, fortunately, you can just, if you're a guitar player, you can just look at the rhythm guitar player and you can play along, but I really hate to do that. I like to fill it up. I like to have something to play, between the notes. So that's my goal for that. But practices are going pretty good. Got a real good singer, and all the players are real good. So it's exciting to be doing something musically. And really, I'd hope to have Absolute Zero in state to be playing, but unfortunately, we seem to be plagued with drummers that will come for a while and then eventually fall away. I mean, I get it. If you're not a guy that wrote the music, your passion for it ebbs and flows. It's only the people that write the music usually that are just like there to champion. And it's the same reason why a cover band can go to a show and get paid. I'm getting paid for this. I mean, that's awesome. It's a novelty for me because I've been playing my own music, and you don't get paid for that. Not only do you not get paid, but you don't get support, even like on a Facebook level from a lot of people. So I've observed these cover bands just getting crazy numbers of people, excited about their shows, and that in itself is I don't view it as completely selling out, because part of the whole experience is being able to get that feedback from the crowd. So while it's not my ideal would be going and playing those big shows with huge crowds and playing my songs. But the reality of it's a little bit different, and to be an active musician, which I hope to be until I leave this planet, you have to make some sacrifices, and so it only furthers you. Every new song you learn and you really get on lockdown, it only furthers you as a musician and makes you better doing your own stuff. So I'll keep doing my little songs and record my little albums, and then I'll do this when I can to get a little bit of a crowd exposure and a little bit of just battery recharge being out there, So yeah, that's that. Okay, well, cool. That's the update for the week. And if I'm able to capture any images of our work on Metatron, I'll do a separate Making Metatron update this week. If not, it'll be the following week. Hope you guys have a great week, and hope you all were able to check out Nevermore and various other cool things. Oh, one thing I'm doing right now, which is really neat, is I am watching entries for the Mad Monster Party Film Fest, which Mutantville is co-sponsoring, and we're going to be the judges for that, Strebo, George, and myself. And I've watched several of those submissions this weekend, and it was a lot of fun for various reasons, but being that I'm a filmmaker too, and I know what goes into it, and seeing how other people dealt with the similar problems, it's really good. And at least one, I won't say which, but at least one of those films was really, really good. I was actually kind of wowed by it. I thought about it a lot after I watched it, so that's always good when an independent project can do that. So it just goes to show that Dead Pit doesn't know what the hell they're talking about when they say that indie horror sucks, because all of it clearly does not. But anyway, there you have it. That's my update for the week. You guys have a great week, and I'll talk to you soon.
You're watching Mutant TV.